Tackle junkies, what's going on, everyone? Really appreciate you guys and gals for clicking on the video. We're going to hop right into it. Hopefully everyone is doing well. If you guys haven't seen the videos on the new Plano, this is the Weekend Series tackle bag or the Weekender. I got videos on those. I'll link them down below. Definitely check those out, okay? But you guys wanted to see a video on how I packed this bag. And I'm gonna say, man, I used up every square inch of this bag. I mean, you'll be surprised just how much gear that this bag holds. Okay, I'll link these bags down below over there at Tackle Warehouse, Pure Fishing. If you guys wanna check them out, they are available in multiple colors and sizes. Again, this is the 3600 series bag, okay? So we'll start with what you can see here on the back. Okay, we do have two tool holders, okay? We have a pair of scissors, okay? These are just some Berkley scissors, and I went with a pair of Berkley pliers. Really like these pliers here. I do believe these are an 8-inch, okay? So that's what we got in the back there. Holds those, no problem at all, okay? So 2 side compartments, 1 on either side. I don't have much in these. Let's see here. This one here, couple packs of Mustad trailer hooks, okay, and just a swim jig I was throwing, Mobster swim jig, okay, just laying in there, but still plenty of room for, you know, more tackle in there. On this side, I think I just have a spinnerbait, one that I was throwing, tossed a blade on it. So got to replace that blade there. Another Booyah. That's that bone color, one of my favorites. Okay, that's something else about these little pockets here. If you do want to store spinnerbaits in these side pockets, more than enough room. It may not be all that organized, but it's plenty big to hold a bunch of spinnerbaits. Okay, so that's an idea for you as well. Okay, now guys, as far as all the tackle, the baits in this bag, everything you're going to see is from Lurenet. Okay, I did that for 2 reasons. One, you guys see me use that stuff all the time, you know, just because I use it, obviously. And 2, with the boxes that I picked in here, I wanted you guys to get an idea of the size of baits that you can put in there, and I thought you guys would be very familiar with the baits over there at Lurenet, again, just because I use them all the time, and just a bunch of popular brands over there. You guys know that. Code TJ81 saves you guys 15% on that entire website, okay? But this way you guys get a good idea of what will fit in this bag, okay? So the front pouch here, I do believe I just have loaded with soft plastics, okay? It should be in view there, yeah. So we'll just kind of see how many packs we have in here. So we got ribbon tail worms. Again, I really only put in here what I know I'm going to throw. I didn't try to cover all my bases. You know, I know what I throw over there, and that's what I packed, okay? So a couple packs of Yum ribbon tail worms. And then we have, this is like my favorite color stick bait. This is Brim. Love those, always have that color on hand. Okay, we got some frogs, or some toads, I should say. I believe those are the tip toads. And then we got, let's see here, some creature baits, Who Daddy Jr. And we got, looks like 2 packs of flukes. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bags of soft plastics. And then I got my little Rapid Fishing Solutions hook all tool. Great for keeping your soft plastics up on the hook. Great for trailer hooks. I have videos on that, which I'll link down below. Code TJ81 will save you guys 25% off over there at Rapid. And it works on everything over there. That's where I get all my line guides, my line clips, again, the hook all. So head on over there, check that out. But that's everything we had in the front compartment here, okay? So you guys are ready? Let's unzip her, man. You guys are going to be surprised just how much stuff is in this little bag, okay? Okay, let's go ahead and start here with the inside pouch here. Okay, and you have to watch really what you put kind of in the middle, because that'll take up the space for your soft plastics. All right, but in here, or whatever you put in here. Okay, but we have, let's see here, some Christie Critters, a couple colors of those, and then we have some Yum Chunks. Okay, so a couple small creature baits, a couple packs of trailers, swim jigs, jigs, whatever. So 4. So total I had, what, 11 bags of soft plastics, and what I was using here I have right on top as well last time out. We got some Hoodaddy Juniors, and we have some more Yum Chunks. So total, what do we have? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so we had 13 bags of soft plastics total in the bag. A few different areas, but we had 13 bags. Okay, more than enough for a day of fishing to give you a nice variety no matter where you're going. Okay, now I guess let's give you a little look here. Let me pull these out so we can pull the lid all the way back here. Okay, so here's how we have the inside set up. Okay, and you'll notice too, and I'll show you just how I have this configured here, but one box here is higher than the other. Okay, and again, that'll make sense here in a minute, but let's go ahead and go with what's on the sides. Okay, so I have a little bottle of scent, Yum Shad Scent. Okay, and then we have a digital scale. This is a really old one here. I don't even have the hook on it. I got to put the hook back on there just to get myself a little gripper, which I have. I'll throw in here as well. But it's a little Berkeley scale there. Again, I've had this thing forever. Okay, and it fits down there in the side. Okay, so digital scale in the bag. No more excuses. I can't forget one. It's in my bag. All right. So we'll get the hook back on that, or get myself a, like I said, a clamp, and I'll be good to go there. Okay, let's go ahead and start with, I guess really any box here. Let's go ahead and start with one of these boxes here. Let me go ahead and tell you guys the bag, or the box that we went with. Okay, I ordered a 6-pack here. Okay, I had those couple. I ordered more because I figured I could just load these boxes up with different baits and I could just swap them out. Okay, depending on time of year and all that kind of stuff. So here are the boxes. Okay, these are a thin box. These are the Plano Stowaway. Okay, they're thin. Plano Stowaway. Is that the model number there? Let's see here. I guess it would be the 3601, 2-3601. I'm assuming that is the model number. I'll link this exact box down below at Pure Fishing or Tackle Warehouse. You guys check them out. But anyways, Pro Latch Stowaway. It's the thin box. I believe it's 2-3601. Okay, so the thin box. Okay, so again, I ordered, like I said, a bunch of them to have a variety of boxes packed up, depending on, you know, time of year or what I want to throw or whatever. But really, what I have in here is more than enough, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and start with, this is more basically a topwater box here. Okay, so we have, you can see there, quick look at it. I guess I don't even need to open it up. You guys can see that pretty well. But at least you can see the size lures that are in here, so you know how much room you're going to have. Okay, so let's go ahead and go from the back here. So at the bottom, we have a couple of the junior, those are the Booyah Pad Crashers, the juniors. And then we have 3 full-size ones. Okay, we got a couple of those are the Boyos. Okay, little topwater walking bait. That's the Prank, the Booyah Prank. And then we have, that's a Rebel and a Booyah Popper. That's the full size. And up top here, these are the Spinning Image. Okay, so that plopper style bait. Okay, so it fits plenty of, you know, good size lures for a thin box. Obviously, if you want to take the dividers out, you can, and get even longer, you know, walkers and all that. But with the dividers, again, more than enough room for your baits. Okay, That's box one, basically my top water box. Throw lots of top water over there. And then this box here, we have a bit of everything else. Again, you guys can see that from the back there. We got, these are the Flashpoint jerk baits. Now those are the juniors, but obviously I can fit the full size if I want them. We have a few. Those are the Booyah lipless. Okay, Booyah lipless, a few different colors. We have the Booyah Mobster swim jigs. Okay, actually got another swim jig up there. 2 of those in each compartment. And then up here we have 2 in each compartment. Those are the War Eagle Finesse ball jigs. Okay, War Eagle Finesse ball jigs. So again, a good amount of tackle in the thin box, more than enough room for your lures. Okay. No, there's no square bills in here, no bomber square A's, just because I don't really do a lot of cranking over there with all the grass. The lipless I keep up high enough. The diving crankbaits, they're all hung in the grass, so I don't do a lot of that over there. So this is mainly what I'm going to toss. Okay, so that's basically all of the lures that I packed. Okay, now this box here, okay, what's the model number on this one? This is the 3504-00, okay? Spinnerbait box. You guys know over there, we toss a lot of spinnerbaits and buzzbaits, okay? I just have 2 of the dividers in. Obviously, I can put more and add more spinnerbaits or buzzbaits, but as of right now, we have, well, I had 2 more in here. One's in the side of the bag and one was on my rod. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more spinnerbaits are in here, and I got 3 buzzers. Okay, obviously I can fit a lot more than that in there, but this box, okay, was very important to me to have in this bag, just because I toss spinnerbaits and buzzbaits a lot over there, and like I said, I can fit even more in here, but obviously, you know, what I have in here now is more than enough for a day of fishing. But just because I throw these a lot, I wanted them in this box organized so I can see what I have, and nothing's getting wrecked up and all that. So this is really the reason why we went with the thin boxes, okay, to be able to fit this box as well. Okay, so loving this box so far. All right, but like I said, if you're not a big spinnerbait guy, you only carry a spinnerbait or 2, you can totally, you know, just put them in the little, you know, side pouches. Okay, so if you don't use this box here, heck, you can fit probably 3 or 4 of the thin boxes, 3 or 4 more of those in there if you don't use this box right here. So again, it's whatever works for you. This is the box I wanted in there, so these are the other boxes that I had to use. Okay, but like I said, it works. They work just fine for what I'm bringing over there. Okay. We also have one more thing in the bag here. Okay. Terminal tackle. All right, bag's empty. This is the last thing in here. This is the Plano Edge 3500 series. Okay, I went with the Edge for my terminal, just for basically rust protection, right? Don't want to wreck all my mustad hooks here. I got the water wick system, clear lid, one-handed lash. Obviously, you can label that, you know, all the restrictor built within the box. I mean, your stuff is going to stay rust-free in the Edge boxes. Okay, again, all my mustad hooks in here, everything I'm going to need. Okay, we have 3/0. Let me go ahead and close this up before we dump all this out. Okay, then we'll show you. So we got 3/0, 4/0, 5/0, and I have those in straight shank flipping hooks. I have those in the round bend. Let me go ahead and show you so you know exactly what we're taking there. Okay, 3, 4, and 5. We got them in. We can grab your easy. Okay, so I have a lot of hooks in each compartment here. So straight shank flipping hooks. Okay, and these are all mustad hooks. If you guys want to check them out, TJ81 over there at Mustad saves you guys 20% off. So your straight shank flipping hooks. We do have some trailer hooks in here. some trailer hooks. I usually take off that tubing and use a hook all disc. Okay, we have the round bend offset, and we have the EWG. That's all the hook styles I'm going to need over there. Okay, again, 3, 4, and 5/0. I also have some swim bait hooks. I have these in 4 and 5/0. These are the Mustad weighted swim bait hooks, 1/16 and 1/8. Couple of those in here. Okay, different sizes, 4 and 5/0. And then we have some, I believe these are 5/0 round bend offsets. These are the big bite soft plastic hook from Mustad. A little bit longer shank and neck on them. These I use for my 10-inch worms. Okay. And then we have a handful of tungsten worm weights, nail weights, some little Nico hooks over here, some bobber stoppers. Okay, and then we have our wacky tool as well. Okay, so as far as terminal goes, everything I'm going to need is in this box. Let's close her up, give you guys a better look. Okay, all my hooks, my weights, everything I'm going to need is in this little 3500 series Plano Edge box, again, that I keep at the bottom of the bag. And that's why those boxes were offset, okay? And I don't remember which way I even had it, but it was better, I believe, when I had one of the boxes higher in the front, the bag closed much easier. If I put it higher in the back, it didn't close as easy, just because that's where the plastics were sitting. So I went ahead and kept the 3500 series, okay, to the front. So we can drop down this one here all the way in the back. Okay, put our spinnerbait box in the center, top waters in front. You can see again it sits higher than the one in the back, and then I can close her up like so. Okay, and depending on what you put in the lid, okay, you can also store stuff right here on top, right? I chose to put more plastics in here, so again, I didn't have a ton of room to put anything on top here but a couple packs of soft plastics. But guys, this little bag holds everything that I'm going to need for a day of fishing at the ponds, or even if I'm going on a buddy's boat, whatever. More than enough tackle in this small tackle bag here. Again, it's not a huge bag, and look how much stuff it holds, and that's just how I packed it. You know, like I said, if you take out, let's just go and do it real fast. If you take out the spinnerbait and you take out, let's go ahead and take out the terminal. Let's go ahead and move that in the front, okay? But I can fit easy 3 more of these in here. So here's a couple more right here. We can just go with another one that we can fit. You check that out. So taking out the spinnerbait box. So really, if you don't even toss a lot of spinnerbaits or buzzbaits, you can totally put them somewhere else, like on these little side compartments here. So with taking out that spinnerbait box, I'm able to fit 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those thin 3600s and my terminal tackle box, the 3500 series, okay? And comfortably, I can easily get the boxes out, no problem. So they're not jammed in there super tight. So that's pretty cool as well. If I know it's a time of year that I'm not gonna even toss spinnerbaits or buzzbaits, I can pack, you know, way more boxes and still keep a spare spinnerbait or 2 in the little side compartments here. So guys, definitely a sweet little bag that probably holds way more than you thought it would. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and link the boxes and the bags down below over there, Pure Fishing, over there, Tackle Warehouse. Definitely check them out. Be sure to check out Lurenet as well. Again, code TJ81 saves you guys 15%. Mustad, again, TJ81 saves you guys 20%. Rapid Fishing, TJ81, 25%. You guys ask about those discount codes all the time, and they're always in the description of every video. Every discount code I have is always in the description of every video. Guys, I'm out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to smash that thumbs up. Love you guys, and we will see you guys on the next one.